In less than 48 hours, President Trump brokered the biggest, most impactful trade deal in history and prevented a war in Asia. President Trump helped deliver an immediate and unconditional ceasefire between Thailand and Cambodia.
Let's just stop for a second and take that in. According to this alternate universe press secretary, Trump apparently flew into Scotland and, in less than 48 hours, not only prevented a war in Asia, but also brokered the single greatest trade deal in world history. No big deal, right? This is political gaslighting at its finest. They expect Americans to believe that Trump, in between golf rounds and launching Truth Social rants, casually picked up the phone, called two warring nations, and instantly brought peace. And not just any nations, Thailand and Cambodia, who supposedly were in a conflict displacing 300,000 people. Zero evidence of any such conflict happening in real life at that scale, much less that Trump ended it. What we're witnessing isn't a press briefing. It's state-sponsored fan fiction, the kind of alternate reality you'd expect from North Korea or Russian state TV, not a democratic government. They're not just exaggerating Trump's achievements. They're rewriting geopolitical history to build a mythology around him. And it doesn't stop there. They roll off a list of countries: Iran, Israel, Rwanda, Congo, India, Pakistan, where Trump has supposedly brokered peace. It's like someone copy-pasted names from a UN crisis report and slapped "peace deal" next to each one. If this were true, he'd have a dozen Nobel Peace Prizes by now. But oddly, not a single global news outlet outside MAGA world seems to have noticed. This is where things get dangerous. When the press room becomes a propaganda machine, facts disappear and fiction takes hold. They're not just hyping Trump up, they're crafting a narrative where he's the world's savior, no matter what reality says. Let's not forget, this is the same administration that once claimed Trump was the chosen one. And now we're supposed to believe he solved global conflict while hitting 18 holes. Please.
This is to the CEO of Eli Lilly from the President of the United States. On May 12th, 2025, I signed an executive order to stop global freeloading. Accordingly, I'm calling on Eli Lilly and Company and every manufacturer to return increased revenues abroad to American patients. We will deploy every tool in our arsenal.
All right, now let's talk about the drug pricing power play. What you just saw was President Trump essentially threatening 17 of the biggest pharmaceutical CEOs in the world, not behind closed doors, but in a public letter read at a press conference like it's a cease and desist from a reality show villain. This is not how complex health policy works. Lowering drug prices for American families is urgent, absolutely. But firing off letters that demand pricing parity within 60 days, without any legislative teeth or international coordination, is performative bluster. It's made-for-TV politics. What's wild is that Trump isn't just demanding lower prices. He wants drug companies to return increased revenues abroad to American taxpayers. That's not drug policy. That's fantasy economics. You don't just tell multinational pharma companies to wire back foreign profits because you feel like it. But it sounds bold, right? That's the point. Trump's whole strategy is to sound like he's fighting for the people while delivering press conference theater and little else. Remember, during his first term, he promised to let Medicare negotiate drug prices, and then back down after meeting with pharma lobbyists. This letter stunt is about image, not impact. The same way he pretends to broker world peace in 2 days, he now wants you to think he's single-handedly taking down Big Pharma. And let's not ignore the undertone here. Once again, it's Trump versus the freeloading foreigners. European nations are framed as parasites riding on the back of U.S. innovation. It's economic nationalism disguised as consumer advocacy. In reality, drug pricing reform takes time, bipartisan coordination, and real regulatory changes. But Trump doesn't care about the details, just the headlines. This isn't about saving Americans money. It's about feeding the narrative that Trump is the only one willing to fight, no matter how ridiculous or misleading the fight may be.